Hey, what's up you guys? It's Sushada and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about signs and synchronicities and how to recognize the messages from the universe. So, we're going to go with the top 5 that I work with or deal with almost every day. Starting with number 1, which is numbers. Have you ever looked at the time and saw 11:11 and then every time you look at the clock it's 11:11 again? 11:11 is known to be a sign from the universe as the portal to another realm, like the gateway 11:11, and also it's kind of like a nudge to like, hey, pay attention, or yeah, wake up, like look around you, there's more, like to wake you up. It's the number of awakening, if you will. Numbers have vibrations and they have meanings. Like when I was traveling and I was like on this journey of digging into myself, I carried this book around with me called Angel Numbers 101 by Doreen Virtue, and any number that I saw that really stuck out to me, like a license plate or a time. For example, if I'm walking and I trip over something or something from a tree falls on my head, I'll look at the time, and like if it's 3:52, then I will turn to 3:52 and look up that message of whatever it is. So if you have a lucky number, you'll notice too, like I have a lucky number, and then whenever I see it, I feel like my guides are like, yeah, you're okay, we got you, or everything's gonna be okay, or like watch where your thoughts are at right now. It's always, you know, like pay attention. So I think as you go, you basically create this language with the universe. So what number gives off a vibration to you, that will be what it means to you. So everybody's definition of every number can be different because it's basically your personal language with the universe. So whatever you define is what it means to you. So number 2 is words or phrases. Let's say you're going through something in life and you're stuck in a toxic relationship and you don't know what to do. But then you'll run into people and have conversations where they're just like, you know, sometimes it's better to let go. And then you'll read, you know, some magazine and it's like talking about letting go and new beginnings. And then you turn on the radio and it's like, let go, like, you know, like all these things. And then you're driving on the highway and there's a huge sign that says let go. So all of these messages can come from everywhere. That's a way that the universe is telling you, like, dude, let go, like it's time to get out of there, you know. Yes. And the third one is through animals. Animals. The animals can come in the same way as the words. So you could see it on a billboard, you could see it, you know, shopping, and there's a huge sculpture of a certain animal and it really speaks to you. The way that I like to look it up is, let's say I see a huge owl and it like spoke to me and I felt it, and it's not usual that I see an owl. I'll Google owl symbolism or owl metaphysical meanings, and then I'll look it up and kind of see what it might ask of me to reflect, possibly. So that's one of the things. Butterflies make me really happy. Butterflies and birds. So I feel like that's the language that I set with the universe, that, you know, I love butterflies and birds. So I feel like whenever I need like a little confirmation, validation, or a happy nudge from the universe, I'll see a butterfly or a bird and I'm like, okay, like it's good, you know. Number 4 is through dreams. So everything from 1 through 3 can show up in your dreams. Numbers, animals, and words, okay? And also it can be colors and feelings and emotions. Anything from your dreams, I definitely feel like it's a message from either yourself or from other realms, depending on depending on a lot of things. I mean, it could easily be like if you were thinking about something before you went to bed, you can dream about that. Then that's not really a message. It's just because it's been on your mind. But I happen to love working with my dreams because I feel like it definitely is a connection to another realm. Like, where do I even start? Okay, so let's say you dream of numbers. Then you can wake up and look up those numbers and see what it means to you. In Thailand, they take dreams very serious too. Like, if you dream of somebody who's already passed away, it's equivalent to number zero. It's equivalent to 0. If there's a child in your dream, there's a certain number for it. If there's a very beautiful lady in the dream, there's a number for it. So they have that all like cracked out, the code cracked out, and then they usually go by lottery numbers. Just like 2 weeks ago, I had a dream that I was at my aunt's house in Thailand, and one of my cousins was holding my hand and saying, hey, there's a spirit in this house. Can you communicate with it? So I went in there, and then I recognized it wasn't a scary spirit, and it was an older lady, and she just asked me like, hey, can you send me some prayers? And I was like, sure, but like I'll do my best. I don't really know exactly how to send you prayers, but I can promise you that I'll do my best. And when that happened, she just touched my hand, and once she touched my hand, I felt that she was like, I trust you, like, thank you. I trust that you will do what you said, what you promised, and like, thank you. And then she just disappeared into the kitchen. Okay, so then I wake up and I text my cousin in Thailand, and I'm like, hey, is there any like old lady that used to help out in the kitchen at Auntie's house in Thailand who's not alive anymore? She's like, no. And then she's like, oh wait, yeah, there's one auntie, she just passed away. And this one auntie happened to be somebody that I lived with for a while. Like, she came to live with us for a while in Thailand. So I got to know her, like I connected with her for a little bit. And so she happened to just pass away on January 4th. And I had this dream like January 24th or something. So it was right after the supermoon. But yeah, so in that example specifically, she came and asked me to go send her prayers and do an offering ceremony for her, which I ended up doing, but I didn't even know she passed away. So yeah, so that's that. The fifth way to recognize messages from the universe is when everything's flowing and you are getting lots of signs and you're recognizing the signs and everything is just, it just feels like it's meant to be and it's falling into place. You have so much energy, there's like creative ideas coming through to you, just everything's flowing. The people in your life, the people who are showing up in your life, like everything's a piece of a puzzle that just keeps coming and fitting into your picture, and you're excited about things. That's when you know you're in the flow. So I think a lot of signs and synchronicities show up when you're in the flow. And when you're not in the flow, when you're not in alignment, when you're not in alignment with your truest self, I think that's when you won't really see those signs. And if you do, it'll be signs like there was one time when I was totally not even in my flow, and I knew it. I really knew it inside. And I saw a dead bird. I saw 3 different dead birds in 1 week. And I knew, I was like, okay, it's time for me to get out of this toxic situation. And I ignored it. And I had to deal with it for a while, but I ignored the signs. And that's okay, like, it's okay, but everything is part of growing and learning, and now I know if I'm in another situation like that and I see a dead bird, I'm gonna dip out right away. But yeah, that's just an example of, you know, validations from the universe and stuff like that. It's just all like a mirror. Everything is a mirror. You just have to see it. Everything's reflecting off of everything, and it's there's always an opportunity to look into whatever is happening and reflect it upon yourself and see if that means anything to you. If you can learn from it, or if it shows you that you don't want anything to do with that, or shows you how you want to be, how you don't want to be. Yeah, so that's just how I like to communicate with the universe. I'd love to hear about your stories if you have any. I mean, I have so much more that I could talk about, but I just wanted to do like a simple one. Let me know in the comments below if you like this kind of video, then I could talk more about it. If not, I move on to something else. Thank you so much. I love you.